Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Ara and I normally talk about all things skincare and beauty. While I was in China, I got to visit Songmont, and so in this video, I'm gonna review the bags that I got to try. I think it's not even an exaggeration if I say I spent an hour and a half there just because I wanted to touch everything, I wanted to feel the leather, and I wanted to make sure I'm making the right decision in picking my bag. As you may or may not know, Songmont is a Chinese brand, but it has been growing in popularity a lot in the last year or two, and you may be familiar with their Luna bag. But there is so many more bags that I recommend you explore from this brand. They're known for their leather work, leather craftsmanship, and detailing, so I recommend you check out the brand beyond just the Luna bag. Either way, this video is not sponsored at all by Songmont and completely a result of me spending a lot of time in one of their stores and exploring everything that they have. So I guess you can say I went there with a mission: find the bag. And my criteria was I wanted a bag that I can wear every day. I didn't want something that I would have to baby, that I have to take care of. I wanted a bag that I will use every day, that I can take with me on errands, to the gym, to go grocery shopping. Basically something though that was going to be my everyday bag for quite a while. And I wanted it to have a good leather craftsmanship. I didn't want to buy a fast fashion brand. I didn't want to buy something that is not going to be real leather, just because I wanted this to be something that I will carry for many years, and I just did not want to contribute to fast fashion and overconsumption. And originally, I really thought I was gonna go for the Gather bag. I think after the Luna bag, that is a second most popular bag that this brand has. I've seen so many videos of it, and it comes in so many colors. And one of the interesting things about the Gather bag is that it is meant to be multi-purpose. So you can wear it without straps as a clutch, you can wear it over the shoulder, you can wear it crossbody, one bag for many purposes. I think the brand really meant to create a bag that will go with any lifestyle and that you can carry for any function without having to buy multiple bags. And I really loved the leather on that bag. It was so soft. It was absolutely incredible. I think I would compare it to, in terms of quality, to the Loewe brand. It is that kind of exceptional. And I did not expect that at all. I knew it looked good, but I did not expect the quality to be this good. I did end up trying it in the medium, but it just did not work for the purposes that I wanted to. It was, I think because of my height, I'm basically 5'9", so with my height, it just did not have the shape that I would want it to have and the shape that it is meant to have, and was kind of lost in my frame and did not feel special. Somehow when I was wearing it, it just did not feel like a statement. And the other thing about it is that, like I said, because the bag that I was hoping to buy was going to be my everyday bag, I would worry about taking it with me on errands because I think because of the type of leather, it would get scratched, and so I just don't think it's a good everyday bag. And as much as I'm happy about the choice of bag that I bought, I'm still really sad because I really love the Gather bag. Like I said, the quality is just so exceptional. I really wish I could buy two bags, and Gather bag would have been one of them. I think it's also one of the ultimate cool girl or it girl bags, because it is something I highly recommend checking it out if you can. But I highly recommend carrying it also in your hands like an oversized clutch. Immediately, like a statement. You could be wearing sweatpants probably, but if you carry that Gather bag in your hands like a clutch, you would just look like an influencer immediately. Like you do fashion and it would be a statement. Anyway, moving on from my regrets, then I tried the Drippy bag. It is meant to reflect the Chinese architecture of those sloped roofs, and I think I tried it primarily for that purpose because, like I said, since I wanted to carry this bag for many years, I wanted it to be a great reminder of my amazing trip to China. And so if I could get a bag that would kind of reflect the Chinese architecture, that would have made me very happy, and it would have been a memento I would get to see every day for many years to come. Unfortunately though, it was too small for every day. It's just like, yeah, you can wear it as everyday bag, but I just don't think you could fit a lot of things in it. I would say it's a crossbody bag, less so an over-the-shoulder bag, just because I think it would make more of a statement if worn crossbody. But again, the leather on that bag was wonderful. It was different from gather bag. So gather bag was a smooth calf leather, I want to say, and this one was kind of pebbly leather. So more durable, more better for every day than the gather bag, but still too small for what I wanted to. It also came in many beautiful colors, but at the end of the day, I had to pass. I also tried, I think it was 1 or 2 Suede bags from the brand, and again, I was just absolutely floored by the quality. I have not touched Suede leather that was this soft in so long. Again, absolutely amazed that this is something that is coming from a mid-tier, maybe even, yeah, mid-tier Chinese brand. This kind of quality is unexpected. Again, I'd be expecting it from a much higher end Spanish, Italian brands, maybe French, but I could not stop touching it. Honestly, it felt so smooth and incredible. But I live in Vancouver. It rains here like 20 to 25 days out of a month. That bag would have been ruined within the first 2 weeks of fall in Vancouver. And as much as I loved it, I just knew that it would not be realistic for me to have it in Vancouver. So again, I had to pass on it. You may be wondering at this point, well, why didn't you try Luna bag? Because that's such a popular bag. I touched it, the leather was nice, but it's just not for me. It felt, there's something about it. It was too structured and too small for what I wanted. It was also seeming a little bit too trendy. I do see a lot of people wearing it, and I kind of wanted something a little bit different, something a little bit more unique, and again, bigger for every day. So Luna bag was just out of question due to its shape and structure. I unexpectedly came across the Yore Hobo bags. I don't exactly know if this is a new model for them or if it's a new release, but like half of the store had Yore Hobo bags, and they came in so many different sizes, so many different leathers, and each one looked unique and very different from one another. So for example, they had a few Suede versions of the Yore Hobo bag, and that one was so soft and so supple, and the way it hung was a lot softer and a lot smoother than the rest of the line. So for the leather versions of the Yore Hobo bag, it was a lot more structured, so it held its structure a lot more than the Yore Hobo bag in Suede. So initially I tried the medium Yore Hobo bag, and it was nice. I would say this, it sat how I wanted it to sit on my body, but again, because I'm 5'9", the bag was kind of getting lost and did not look as exceptional as it should. So it was when I tried the extra large, that's when I knew this is what I was looking for. The extra large also had this slight slouch to it, but at the same time maintained the overall shape of the bag. It got me very intrigued. When I tried it on, it looked so cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. A cool factor wasn't something I was looking for, but as soon as I put it on, I was like, wow. And then it did check off all of my boxes. It was a large size. It was perfect for everyday errands. So the bag was also made out of leather, but it was different leather from the gather bag. It was a lot more durable, and it had some variation to it and sort of texture that if you were to scratch it, it's not going to be as noticeable. And I am very accident prone. I kid you not, I walk into walls, I bump things, like constantly. And that's why I knew that the bag that I needed to get would need to be able to withstand all of my daily stressors. And so for that reason, I ended up picking the extra large Yore Hobo Bag. I've seen it worn in many different ways online. So I've seen people wear it crossbody, and I've seen people wear it quite low on the strap. I think this bag looks exceptional no matter how you wear it. I do think it's made more for a taller person. So I think maybe 5'8" and up, we would look great. 5'7" probably also work. But if you're a smaller and a petite person, I think this bag will just swallow you, and it will look like you took a bag from, I don't know, your mother, you borrowed it and you decided to start wearing it. So this is definitely, the extra large is not something I would recommend blind buying. It is something I recommend going and trying in store because the size is just so particular. Otherwise, since I've been back in Vancouver, I don't know, has it been a month? I lost count of time. But I've been wearing it nonstop. Here is a million photos of me wearing it just because it is my everyday bag, and I'm just so happy with my choice. I also did bump it many times. I'm pretty sure I scratched it, but it is in perfect condition. It's not noticeable, and this is exactly what I wanted. A bag that I can wear and not worry about, and it will still look great. Every time I wear it, I feel absolutely incredible. It's such a versatile bag too. I've taken it on mini getaways, I've taken it to workout classes, shopping, grocery store, anything, and it fits a lot, exactly what I wanted. Let me show you a bit of the leather up close. So, I don't know. Here it is. If you hold it like this, it kind of has a bit of a slouch, but when you wear it, it's a lot more structured. One thing I will note about this bag though is because of its size, you can see that the middle section hangs in a little bit. So originally, this is what it looks like actually. But when you wear it, this middle part kind of hangs down. And I don't know, I don't feel too strongly about it. If I had one criticism about this bag, it would be this middle section, because I think it is quite nice. I do want this middle section to be seen. It's also where I attach my little bag charm, or not so little bag charm, and I like every single detail of this bag, so I wish it was more visible and rather than hanging in where you can't see it too well. Otherwise, I think it's incredibly well thought out. You can adjust the length of the strap. There are pockets on the side, on each of the sides. There is pocket in the front. Overall, I love this bag so much, and I'm so glad I bought it. And so if you were to ask me, do you recommend the Songmont brand to anyone? I would wholeheartedly say yes. You will not be disappointed. You will in fact be amazed by the quality of leather of this brand. And your only challenge will be trying to pick one bag instead of walking out with several. I also kind of wish this brand made shoes, because if this is the quality of leather they put in and the quality of detailing and craftsmanship that they put into bags, I can only imagine how good their shoes will be. So yes, Songmont, if you ever come across this video, please consider a shoe line. I think it would also be crazy popular. So yeah, this is my review of the Songmont brand and their bags. I absolutely love them. I still wish I walked out with two, but I was very reasonable and I only bought one. So if you ever get a chance to visit one of their stores, I highly recommend it. I know they have a couple stores in China, obviously online shipping within China, but I know they're expanding to overseas a lot. I know they have a store, at least one store in the US. I know this brand is also growing in popularity a lot, so I can't comment if the prices will go up or not. I know the Chinese market is different for this brand. For example, this Yore Hobo Bag, when I bought it, was not available. The size was not available overseas. It was only China exclusive. I think now it is available, but I'm not too sure, so double check. But I would also say the pricing is different. From what I understand, this brand is much cheaper in China, naturally, than it is overseas. So if you are in China and you have access to online shopping there, or if you are near a Songmont brand, I highly recommend you go in and buy it there because it will cost you more to buy it overseas and you will have less choice. And that's my review of the Songmont brand. While I was in China, I also checked out another Chinese bag brand. So let me know if you would like a comparison of these two brands and it to help you decide which one you should buy a bag from, because before I went to China, I made sure I did a lot of research into where to shop, and when I was there, I made sure to go to the stores to check out the quality and craftsmanship before I made a purchase, because like I said, I really wanted this purchase to be meaningful and something I will carry for years to come and treasure it as a memento of my wonderful trip to China. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions about the brand or the quality of their work, or if you need any recommendations. So if you like this type of content, skincare, beauty, and a little bit of travel and luxuries, subscribe, follow, like my content, and see you in the next video. Bye.